chubby girl in the world. Welcome back to the channel. This is Sunday Style Guide. Let's get into it. Okay, you guys, so happy 420. I am filming this on 420. You'll see this on 421, but I am filming on a Saturday in the afternoon. And so I'm sure most of my friends are partaking in the day's festivities. I am not one of those people, but I don't care if you are. All the luck to you. And that's not what you're here for. You are here for the Sunday Style Guide. And I want to talk about just trends and things that I'm loving. So I picked out things from my wardrobe and sort of tailored them to the current trends, the current fashion trend. This is the shirt I'm wearing today. This is my lucky shirt. This is from Torrid. Really quick, this shirt I got from Torrid like maybe 3 years ago when I was like going to the gym and I had completely forgot my gym clothes, and it was like one of those days where I just didn't want to not go to the gym because I forgot gym clothes. So I was going through their clearance. It was like right after St. Patrick's Day, and I found this. It was like a size too big for me then. Now it's like 2 sizes too big. And I bought it, and it's been a cute shirt. I like it. It just says Lucky on it. And what I did is I'll pop the picture up here or to the side of me, whichever side I have more room on. I never know. Sorry, editing, Stefanie. And I'll have a couple of pictures. So what I did is I literally just twisted the front and with a hair tie, like tied it together into a knot in the most flattering way that I could. And I'm not really a crop top person just because I don't like showing off my midriff. I know a lot of people are completely okay with showing off their midriff, showing off their belly, and that's totally fine, and I applaud you for that. It's just not something I feel comfortable doing most of the time, and so taking even these pictures was kind of like a stretch goal for me. I don't like doing it. I don't love doing it. So crop tops really aren't my thing, but I did want to show you that you can take a shirt that's even, 2 sizes too big for you and turn it into a crop top and not like ruin it. You don't have to cut it. You don't have to do any of that. You can literally just twist it. If you want to go really 80s or 90s style, you can twist it on the side and do it that way. But I just twisted it in front and kind of let my bralette show. And, I just thought it was like it was a little bit sexy, a little bit risque sort of outfit. I love this necklace. I never get to wear it. It just says Heartbreaker on it. And so I thought this was like the perfect opportunity to wear it. And I just really, this look just made me feel really empowered. Like, it kind of felt like something I wasn't supposed to be doing just because I'm not someone who's comfortable showing off my midriff. And so if this is something, like if you're like me and you don't really want to try out crop tops, like you don't want to go out and purchase a crop top, maybe try this like at home where you just take a shirt that's really comfy, like a sleep shirt or something like that. You don't have to plan to wear it outside, but just see like how you feel about it, like how you feel with that crop top. Because it did make me feel kind of like sexy and avant-garde. It made me feel a little bit, risque. Would I wear it outside of the house? Probably not. I don't really think it's for me. This is gonna be a look that is a fail for me. This is just a plain white button down. What I didn't realize was that the button down was gapping everywhere. And so this is something where like white button downs with like a black or like a colored bra showing through, like just color in general, like a sheer, and like this shirt's pretty sheer. Just like sheer shirts, sheer jackets, they're all the rage right now. And so I was like, well, I can kind of play with sheer with, this button down that I have now. And it wasn't until I took the pictures that I realized this was just gapping everywhere, like gapping all up and down, and it looks terrible. It looks terrible. If you ignore the gapping, which I know is hard to do, the actual look isn't bad. It's not terrible, but again, it's one of those things where I just feel like sheer isn't a sheer isn't a look that I would go for. Like, I don't mind sheerness on top here, like the décolletage, but I don't necessarily love sheerness like on my bottom half, like on my midriff. Like, I'm not a huge fan of that for me personally. If you like it and you want to play with that, you might want to look in your collection, look in your wardrobe, and see what like really sheer like button downs do you have. What sheer do you have, like a netted kind of sheer outfit that you might be able to use instead of, you know, purchasing something new. um I, so now the way that I fix this gapping mess is that I put a blue shell top camisole over it, because the shirt kind of fit, but it was gapping. And so if you're like me and you had lost some weight and then you gained like 5 pounds back the way I did, the shirt wasn't gapping before, and now it is. And you know, but you don't want to necessarily throw it out. So you can throw a camisole over it the way I did here. And it was so funny because this look, like I paired it with a scarf and some aviator glasses, and my husband was like, "Oh, you look like a flight attendant." And I was like, "No, no, no, excuse me, I'm the pilot. I am the pilot. I am the captain of this ship, sir." And so I just thought it was funny that like he saw me immediately and thought like flight attendant, and I saw myself as like the pilot. And so I feel like people are going to your entire life try to, you know, and like he didn't mean anything by it. There's nothing wrong with being a flight attendant, but there's a very specific sort of way that people will tend to see you, especially when you're female and plus size. So, or even just being plus size, like people will tend to see you a very certain way. They make assumptions about who you are as a person. They think that maybe you're not, you know, as on top of things, like you don't take care of yourself, you don't, you know, you're lazy, any of those stuff. And that's not true at all. Like, I know some amazing plus size people, men and women, who are the hardest working people I know. But you want to make sure that your own personal style is dialed in to make you feel confident so that you're projecting that to the world. So, okay. So another big spring trend is pastels, and I love pastels for spring. I love pastels. I love, love, love just bright colors. And so I went through my wardrobe and I didn't have a ton of pastels. I did have this kind of blue pastel-y hoodie that I used to wear. It's like motorcycle season. That I used to work out, and well, okay, so I bought it to work out, but most of the time I use it to lounge around the house. Just keeping it 100. I love this, and it really just sort of is comfy, and it is a hoodie, and it is pretty sheer and see-through, so it's great to work out in, but also I don't work out that much, so it's really a lounging thing. It is very sheer. It doesn't really have, you know, it doesn't keep you warm very well during the winter. So you want to keep that in mind, but it's this beautiful kind of like Tiffany blue color, and I love it. So I hope that that's translating on camera, because in person it's beautiful. And I think that if you have anything this color, like this is a great like lounging around outfit, just like black jeans, a hoodie, and like that's, you know, that's it. So if you wanted to kind of ease into that pastel trend, maybe you're not ready to wear like Robin's egg blue anything or Tiffany blue anything like to work, which is fine. I totally understand. And also maybe you're not ready to wear like a bright yellow dress, you know, but I think that if you are someone who wants to try out color, maybe pastels will be a little bit easier than like the bright fuchsias or the you know, bright blues or bright greens or anything like that. Like the pastels usually will be a lot, you know, pastels are obviously softer, and if you wanted to mix, say, a pastel blue shirt like this with a really pale pink skirt, that would be really pretty. So if you have those two things in your wardrobe, it could go together. Or maybe you want to pick up, you know, one or the other in the sales. So Speaking of sales, I did have some info for you guys. Hold on. And there's some Easter sales going on. So right now, Macy's has a 20% off sale, both in-store and online, I believe. And if you're looking for activewear, Nike is an extra 25% off right now. So I think they carry up to a 3X at Macy's in Nike, and Nike is expensive, and 25% off is a really good deal. The truth is, every piece of Nike apparel I've ever owned as a plus size person, I've really loved. Like, I've tried their leggings, I've tried like shirts of theirs, and I was so mad when we moved and I lost like 2 pairs of leggings and like 2 shirts. I was so mad that they got lost in the move because they were really expensive, and I love them. So I do really like Nike activewear. Also, Torrid has up to 50% off online only right now, and their clearance is an additional like 40% off of what their clearance already was. So if you were looking for, say, like Marvel, like Captain Marvel gear, or you were looking for like any Disney gear, stuff like that, right now would be the perfect time to go check it out and see. Not everything's 50% off, but some of the stuff is going to be it's going to be up to 50% off online, and they did have a lot of really cute things to go. Old Navy, some things are 50% off during the Easter sale. There's two bodycon dresses. One's like a coral and a turquoise that I think would be really beautiful if you did want to play with color. They're only like $16.50 right now because they're normally like $32. I own the navy blue one, and I love it, and I get so many compliments on it. I kind of want to pick up both of those, but I'm going back and forth whether or not I really need them. So I have a lot of dresses, so we'll see. Eloquii is up to 25% off, and some items are going to, so eloquii.com, and I'll link all of this stuff in the description box down below, but I kind of like gathered up, I knew people were going to have Easter sales, so I was like gathering up all this stuff. Eloquii is up to 25% off, and some items are only $25 with the code STOCKUP. And these are going to be like staple pieces, like camisoles, stuff like that. There's going to be some sweaters. And of course, we're going into a new season, so most of the stuff that's going to be on sale is probably going to be from last season. But again, if it's like something that you think will work for spring or summer, it might be a good idea to pick up. So Loft has 40% off with the code FRIENDS because it's their friends and family sale right now at Loft. And if you didn't know, the Loft carries plus sizes even in store right now. And it's absolutely really gorgeous pieces. Really kind of soft, angular, kind of soft, clean lines, and just very kind of simple, not complicated clothing. Like, that's really what I prefer and I like. Also, ASOS has an extra $15 off with code ASOSSALE15. None of these codes are affiliated. I don't make a dime from them. None of these brands have any idea who I am. But I just kind of knew that sales were going to be going on, and I wanted you guys to have some information. Lovelies, we have come to the end of this episode. I hope that you have found this style guide helpful. And please let me know in the comments down below what kind of content you want to keep seeing on this channel, what kind of content that you think would be best suited. So I love every single one of you, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye! Oh, and have a really happy Easter, have a really happy Passover, or just a happy weekend if you don't celebrate any of those things. Bye!